Welcome to Mastermind 2024, the Women Leaders Special powered by Nucleus Office Parks. Gives me great pleasure to welcome another woman leader. I mean, the core idea of this show, if you've been listening to us regularly, is to interview dynamic ladies who power their companies, handling crucial roles and driving growth as well as value for employees and partners. Nidhi Shah joins us. She's GM Marketing and Branding at Nucleus Office Parks, a Blackstone company. Hi, great to see you.
Thank you, Hrishi. Pleasure is all mine.
I'm going to start with the obvious. It's fantastic to see this whole new dimension of marketing as far as commercial real estate is concerned. You have 3D walkthroughs, you have virtual reality, you have artificial intelligence. All of these have evolved as marketing tools in real estate. How do you manage to use it effectively at Nucleus Office Parks, Nidhi?
To tell you, Hrishi, technology is, one of the core pillars for us at Nucleus Office Parks, and we ensure whatever marketing activities we do, we integrate technology in it. For example, this AI tools help us, to collate the data, analyze, and then interpret the data as well. Which, when we are working on our strategies, it helps us. It gives us a direction, to form our marketing goals and strategy for the entire year. To tell you, I think last year we launched virtual reality tours, which is an immersive experience for our clients. So basically, if our clients are not in India or they are global giants based out of other countries, it gives them access to the entire campus. When I say campus, they can have a look at the amenities, they can take virtual tours, they can understand the location, where are we, vis-a-vis, the catchment area, what all is there in the catchment area. So that's how it helps. Secondly, I think a few months back, we also launched WhatsApp chatbots. That's again, gives them very automated client interactions. So basically, when we use these tech tools, so it helps our leasing team, to make these leasing interactions very exciting and very efficient.
Wonderful. Now, I want to understand how important it is for you at Nucleus Office Parks to build relationships with IPCs, international property consultants. I mean, there's so many of them. There used to be, just the one Knight Frank, the one Cushman and Wakefield, and now there are so many IPCs in India. Homegrown ones who are now actually consulting for Dubai and London clients too. So the reverse brain drain is also happening. And of course, there's real estate forums. How does that help the brand evolve and eventually then help sales if you're engaging with these IPCs and if you're part of major real estate forums?
Coming to IPCs, these international property consultants, they're very important for our business because they are the bridge between us and our clients. So we make sure we update them regularly via these high impact sales collaterals. So that's the way we make sure they have the latest information on our parks. Coming to industry forums, there are so many real estate forums, and we make sure we are a part of it. The idea is, of course, it helps us to update our to build those relationships, and also participate and share our thoughts, as a thought leader, and share the best practices which we do in our campus. And apart from that, it also helps you to update on the industry trends. So I feel both of them are very important for us and for our business.
Nice. There used to be the good old days where you would spend on traditional media, which is print, outdoor, radio. It's become challenging these days because there's there's the advent of digital media. So my question is, with the advent of new media and the obsession with digital media, where does traditional media, that's print, outdoor, radio, figure in your marketing plans? And if you're doing a mix and match of both, what is your ratio of concentration of spends on new media as opposed to traditional media, and what would be your reasoning?
Just to start with it, I think the allocation when we decide on what kind of media we'll use for us primarily depends on 2-3 things. One, of course, is your target audience. It's very important to understand whom you're talking to. Secondly, it's your marketing goals, for the entire year, what you want to achieve. And third, of course, is the industry dynamics. So once you understand these three, I think you can then arrive what kind of media or what mediums will work for you. If you ask me ratio, I think it's 70 to 30, 70 is to 30 for us. Of course, 70% will be, your digital social media because of the reach it gives us. However, traditional media also works in certain geographical areas. Now we again, are on a talk show and radio is the medium. So at Nucleus Office Parks, I think it's that balance is what we seek between the traditional and the new media.
That's wonderful. I'm now going to move from Nucleus Office Parks to you as Nidhi Shah. I mean, you've handled mall marketing, you've handled real estate, commercial property marketing, you've marketed sports bars, restaurants, all of that in a diverse career. What, if you could put a finger on it, is the most challenging, Nidhi, and why?
See, in my career of last 20 years, I think, every field that I've worked with has its own set of challenges. It started with a shopping center way back, 18 years back. And, that time, Hrishi, the market was very different. I think the biggest challenge was to make people understand that shopping center itself is an industry.
Yeah.
Our challenge was to make people understand that there is something called as shopping center also. Because people used to, that time get confused between a departmental store and a shopping center. And then came in the sports bar. Sports bar, again, I think that was around 10, 12 years back. It was a very Western concept, okay, when we started marketing sports bar in India. It again had its set of challenges because in Western countries, people used to come, have a drink and watch a local match. That concept did not exist in India. So again, making people understand that this is a place where you could come, with your friends, watch a match, have a drink. So that was again challenging. And then with the commercial market, I think again, what's happening is the stakes are very high in this business, considering the current economic condition, wherein, after COVID, we're also looking at hybrid work culture. And so I feel every industry has its own set of challenges. And though, it has a lot of challenges, but I think it has given me a lot of good experience, and yet it was exciting at every stage.
I remember when sports bars first came in, the big challenge was there was no T20 cricket.
Correct.
Which is the IPL short format cricket. So cricket matches used to be one-day internationals, which is the whole day, or there used to be test matches, which are 5-day matches. Whereas in the West, football is a neat 90-minute game.
Yeah.
So to get bars up and running and kicking in India, you needed that format of game. And I thought sports bars were way ahead of their time in India. So kudos to you guys who still had to market it despite these challenges. It's just fantastic.
No, of course, yes. I remember we launched 3 sports bar, and they were in the metros. But yet, as you correctly pointed out, we didn't have an IPL format then. So it was difficult, but exciting at the same time.
How important is it, Nidhi, to use social efforts and philanthropy and CSR to further your brand in this day and age? I mean, are you a big believer in brand building through those avenues, or are you just saying, regular sponsorships are good enough? You don't have to necessarily go into those avenues.
So in this age and day, if you ask me, Hrishi, I feel integrating philanthropy, social efforts, corporate social responsibility into your marketing plan is very critical. So I'll tell you, these days the consumer, especially the Gen Z, they've become very conscious. They all want to relate to a brand, which is a brand with a purpose.
Yeah.
So I think in the long term, if a corporate invests, so of course you have to be a part of the regular industry forums, but apart from that, this becomes equally important in the long run because it gives that authenticity to the brand. And secondly, organization also shows support to the environment and the society which they operate in. So I think with both, it's a win-win situation. I think each and every corporate should look at it as a, for a long-term success, because it ensures that positive consumer perception. It helps you to form that positive consumer perception.
Nice. I can only imagine how wonderful it must be to work at Nucleus Office Parks, but let's hear it from you. I mean, what are the most thrilling aspects of working in Nucleus Office Parks? Also, I don't know, for those of you who are living under a rock, it's part of the world-renowned Blackstone group, and Blackstone has such amazing legacy, if you look at the history of Blackstone as a group. So talk to me about working here.
It's a matter of great pride that, we're part of Blackstone. The sheer scale at which they operate in and the impact of group's investment is thrilling. When you work with these global tech giants, I feel, you get exposed to this cutting edge practices, and there's a continuous learning.
And there's no compromise, which is the beauty of it.
Yes. And immense learning opportunity. I think that's where it makes a difference. Working with Nucleus Office Park, again, you work with the one of the finest product. When I say that, they are massive, large, modern workspaces, which I think they redefine the real estate in India. So the collaborative work environment, and I think the shared commitment of making buildings of choice motivates not just me, but each and every one of us at Nucleus Office Parks.
That's wonderful. Because even the concept of a green building, a lot of people in India, it's not cheap to build green buildings. They will try and cut corners and say, oh my God, shouldn't be. But when you know that you're with a company, a legacy company like Blackstone, they will never compromise on cutting corners and doing things like that. If it's a green building, you will get a green building.
94.3 Radio 1.